I talk about the different birds that you could see. And then I try to do them the sounds, and y'all just request the kind of birds you want to hear. It's pretty fun. That's at 9 p.m. on Thursdays. It's called Steph Squawks. Be sure to join if you're interested. But yeah, Michigan is pretty cool. Karen says Michigan lifer, and we do have amazing birds here. Just had a vagrant Anna's hummingbird. Oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. What was it like to see her traveling, or see her in your area? I've only seen an Anna's hummingbird in Seattle, and that was an awesome experience too. I do love me some Seattle birds. I love going to Seattle to see birds. Actually, that's like probably one of my favorite places. I want to go back to South America though. I wish that, you know what? Sometimes you take trips and it's the first time you go, and then you're like, huh, I could experience it a little bit differently. What does that different look like? I have yet to figure that out. But I want to go back to South America, specifically Argentina and Chile. I feel like I saw the Andean condor, and I didn't appreciate it as much because I was like, this is new. Y'all keep the likes coming. Thank you so much. It just helps TikTok push the live out as we're getting started. Sean says, I didn't get a chance to go see the Anna's humming. Well, there's always more time. I truly believe that the birds will find us. And they do. They do find us. They do. This morning, actually, in fact, when we were out seeing the birds, there was an orange-crowned warbler, and it kept like flying back and forth. And I said every time that it left, I was like, you know what? It'll come back. They find us. If you put the energy out there, I do believe. This is like me getting into like what I believe, but like I think that if the energy is there, then they'll return to you. And if they don't, then there's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. We always get a new chance. We are talking about a vagrant bird, but you know what I mean. Okay. All right. I like Manistee National Forest the most. Second favorite spot is Grand Haven. I'm due for a trip back to Michigan. I haven't been back since 2020. I haven't been back to Michigan since 2020, which is a really long time. It's almost 5 years. It's kind of crazy, but sometimes it's just harder to go back, you know? Stuart says, I wish I was having some of your pizza. It sounds good. Yeah, I am an artichoke pizza person. So I get artichoke and black olives on pizza. And pepperoni, of course. Pizza is life. Karen, oh my gosh. When I tell you I was floored with this Andean condor, because I didn't think that I would, I didn't think that I would see it, honestly. I was in like the high up mountains in Chile, on like the third most dangerous road in the world, which is wild. Because I've now been on three of the top 5 most dangerous roads without actually even knowing it until I finished the roads. So that was scary. But seeing the condor, I saw the male and the female, and they were so beautiful. I wish I could go back and just like re-experience some of it, because I feel like I would live it a little bit differently than what I did this past time. You know, and an orange crown, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it would be really cool. Okay, Orflax says Virginia for Lovers is a tourism slogan that started as Virginia is for lovers, and you could fill in history. Oh, since we have a little of everything. Wait, I had no idea. That is so cool. I love the history of that. Thanks so much, Orflax. Fox said birds do go hard. They do go so hard. Birds go so hard. I love them. I love experiencing them. I think that they bring little gifts and little pieces of ourselves sometimes too. Like there are days where I'm just like, you know what? I just need to see an American robin. That's all I need to see. If you haven't, hold on. If you haven't seen oh gosh, where was I going with that? Birds do go hard. What was I gonna? This happens to me all the time. Birds go very hard. Oh no, it'll come back to me. It'll come back. Hello, Dracovirus. Emiliano asked if there's Bird Jeopardy today. Oh, I was going to talk about my podcast. If you have not seen my most recent episode of my podcast, That Quirky Bird Girl, it is across every single podcast hosting platform. So if you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. This episode is about like becoming ourselves alongside the birds. So it's a little bit less focused, but I share a little bit more about my story and how I stumbled across birds. So I'm excited to share it with you. Emiliano asked, is Bird Jeopardy today? Great question. Today is not Bird Jeopardy. Tomorrow night is, though. And y'all, guess what? Guess what? I watched Jeopardy. And I understand now what I was lacking. And it will be a far better experience in our future Jeopardy endeavors. So tomorrow is going to be a little bit more fun. I'm going to try and go with the concept that like fast, because that's how the host is. And we'll see how it goes. I don't know. It's going to be a test, but I'm excited to show you all it. Okay. Great. Stuart says the birds congregate by the water and the girls, the cows. Yes, birds. Birds be birding. I do love watching them. So tomorrow will be all about that. So be sure to tune in. Even if you've never played Jeopardy, you don't need to know how to. I guided Jeopardy and I didn't know how to. So we're all in this together. We're all in this together once we show who we are. Ouch. That was my hip. Oof. Crack-a-lackin'. Emiliano repeat. Oh, heartbeat my voice. I know, right? I don't know. I might not be able to stay on live for too long just in order. I'm literally guiding a tour tomorrow. How am I going to do that with this voice? I'll figure it out. It'll be repaired by tomorrow. I have a feeling, you know? Karen says that sounds amazing. I'll check the podcast out. Thank you. It is on every single podcasting platform. So whether you use Spotify, Apple Podcasts, it's across the board. It is That Quirky Bird Girl. It's my passion project. I love it so much. And it's gotten better every single episode. Right? Always hurting myself on the stream. Always hurting myself. It's okay. We will recover. Okay. Chris says, Golden Eagle. Ooh, why a Golden Eagle? Chris, tell us more. Golden Eagles are beautiful. I get them confused, though, I will say, because immature bald eagles look like golden eagles. So I sometimes have to, like, you know, and look at the behavior to see if it's a silly little young eagle, bald eagle. Oh, you've never seen one in real life. Okay. Why are they your favorite? Not to say that you have to have a favorite that you've seen in real life. I'm just curious. What has shaped this experience for you? Tell me more. Hi, Katrina. Welcome in. Oh, should I do the dance? I'm going to do the dance. But this shirt is clearly volatile. It keeps lifting up. My gosh. Okay. Welcome. Am I sick? I don't think so. I don't feel sick. I've just been outside a lot. I've been outside so much this whole week. I've been like running around the town, just like whoop, 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 whoop. And I think that has led to me losing my voice. It's also been very cold out. And I say that while I have the sniffles. Maybe I am sick. Do I sound sick? How does one determine sounding sick from sounding, you know? Thank you, Stuart, for the encouragement. I'm doing great. Thank you. Stuart says he saw a golden eagle on the Western Upper Peninsula. That sounds stunning. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Katrina, she said she saw some common golden eye ducks today. Okay. Tell me more. What was the common golden eye? What did they look like? What was the experience? I want to know more. Were they as beautiful as they look in photos? Should we take a look at a common golden eye just in honor of Katrina's sighting? I feel like we should. Okay. We're doing it, y'all. I'm still trying to figure out if the bird that I saw the other day was a blue-winged teal. I really think it was. I need to send it. I need to send the photo to people to ask around, because apparently that's what people do. I know what people do. But I just haven't done that. I'm getting used to there being a bird community, and I love it. But it's new to me. Okay, look at this common golden eye, y'all. Okay, I'm also streaming on YouTube. So I'm just going to start with the YouTube screen. Here we go. Uh-oh. Why is it so dark? Look at it. Common golden eye. Notable for that golden eye. Okay, look at it. So beautiful. So they are sexually dimorphic. If you're not familiar with sexual dimorphism, welcome to my page. I love talking about sexual dimorphism. Every single, or flex, every single, where was I going with that? Every single video on my page is labeled for the specific type of bird that you could see. Or the type of bird that you will see in the video. So if you're looking for a particular one, I have the sexual dimorphism ones labeled specifically. Take a look. This is our male, and then up here we have the female. They beautiful. He's got that green head. Think mallard, but yellow eye, and smaller. These are smaller. I believe they're diving ducks as well. Yep, they're diving ducks. They are diving ducks. So yeah, they're beautiful. That sounds awesome. Awesome, Katrina. I'm so excited to hear that. Tell me more. Did you see them in a large group? Were they solo? Was it two mating pairs? Tell me. Deliver me the facts of your day. Okay, Chris says they're the bird on the Mexican flag. Oh, actually, ironically enough, we were talking about that the other day. And birds on flags. Trying to eat. And also enjoy you all. Oh my gosh. They're the bird on the Mexican flag. Love that. Love that. I do sound raspy, unfortunately. Thank you, Bonnie, for the follow. So happy you're here. Welcome to our live if this is your first time. Katrina, you were hoping it was a merganser? Were you hoping it was a common merganser? Or were you hoping there's a common merganser and then there is red-breasted merganser? Which one? I thought was they were so far away. Oh my gosh. It's so exciting when you see a bird from far away and you can be like, I hope it's this. And then you get to put your like Nancy Drew hat on, like your like little, I don't know, anything like Nancy Drew detective. You're a detective and you're just simply going out and you're finding the birds and you're sharing the bird experience, you know? That's really fun. You're a detective, Katrina. We are all detectives. Okay. I thought was they were so far away. Ooh, I think it was a mom and some young ones. Everyone. That deserved a leg lift. I don't know. That was awesome. You saw a mom and young ones. Oh my God. That's so awesome. Tell me more. Tell me more. Okay. I saw and heard my first robins today. Wait, what do you mean? Katrina, what do you mean? You saw and heard your first. Have you for the year, not for the first time in my life. Thank you for clarifying. I should have read the next comment. Thank you so much. That's really exciting. Congratulations. A first timer in the year. Y'all, let's congratulate Katrina. Oh my gosh. Okay, a golden eye and robins. I mean, it sounds like Katrina, you had an awesome day. That's awesome. I'm so glad you shared it with us. Thank you so much. Wow. Awesome. I saw a blue heron and some mallards. Ooh, okay. Love a blue heron. Love a blue heron. Any other herons that you saw? I'm just curious. At this point, I'm just asking questions. I'm just digging. Tell me more. Ooh, Chris asked me for my favorite example of dimorphism. Okay, so I have an opposing favorite. And it's because it goes against what I usually talk about with sexual dimorphism, but it just allows me to talk about the outsiders and then bring it all together in this like beautiful way. So my favorite bird to do that with is actually the belted kingfisher. And hear me out, y'all. This is why. So typically with sexual dimorphism, what we see is that the males have the different plumage, right? So the males will have a brighter plumage. Maybe they'll have a brighter beak. Maybe they'll have more like, I don't know, like gold or like green, or I don't know, think mallard, basically. However, in the case of the belted kingfisher, I sound like more like in the case of, you know what I mean? Okay, so in the case of the belted kingfisher, they do look different. Or they do fall in that outsider group. So the female is the one actually that has the additional plumage. So the female will have a, if you've seen a belted kingfisher, I will paint the picture for you. They have blue starting from the tip of their beak all the way down into their back, into their bum. And then the males will have a white breast that goes all the way down into their tail feathers. So they're beautiful. But the female, so that's what the male will look like. The female will have a rust color across her breast. So almost think like American robin, peachy color. That is what we're going for with this bird. So yeah, that's what that is. Isn't that pretty cool? I love belted kingfishers. They're arguably one of my they're one of my favorite birds. When I first saw one, I literally cried. Actually, y'all, okay, hold on. The first time that I saw, let me tell you about this day. Okay, this is a story. I love storytelling, so let me get into the story. No, I need to take a bite of food first. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm dizzy. Whoa. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Jeez. Okay. All right. So, what was I going? Oh, yeah. Belted kingfisher. Okay. Y'all. So, the belted kingfisher, the first time I saw it was in Chicago. And I literally, this bird, I went to sleep like dreaming. This was my dream bird. This was literally my dream bird. I wanted so badly to see the belted kingfisher. Yeah, right. Or flags. I try my best. Oh, hold on. I should get through the comments and then I'll come back to the story. Could someone remind me to come back to the story about belted kingfishers? And I'll share it. Stuart says the male wood duck is awesome, right? Oh my gosh, I love the male wood duck. They're so cute. Oh, they're beautiful, y'all. If you've never seen a male wood duck, I do have a bunch of videos of them on my page, a bunch. As well as that, I also have a video of a black crowned night heron that is looking forward to feast. Okay, should. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. They want the wood duck. Black crowned night herons will eat the wood duck young. So luckily enough for the wood duck parents, they'll have anywhere from 10 to 12 young. That's a lot of young to take care of. Can you imagine one single mother just like in the water and you got like 10 or 12 young? I mean, oh, that's so many. That's so many. And sometimes I've also seen them take on like young from other wood duck, specifically in the pond that I was talking about in Chicago. But basically, the video that I have is of a black crowned night heron just like eyeing down these wood ducks, and they're like, they do devour some of them. Okay, I didn't have to say devour. There probably was a nicer word for that, but whatever. Katrina says, I also saw this one duck. It had a reddish beak. I'm unsure of which one. Hooded. Ooh. Okay, Katrina. Well, we're about to find out, shall we? Oh my gosh. Okay, so you said it had a red beak. Are we talking like diving duck size? Small? Very small? Hooded merganser, maybe? A red beak. Huh. And I know where you are, but if you don't want to disclose where you are, that's okay. But it might be helpful for people. Is this, I mean, this has a black beak. I don't think this is what you saw. You said it was hooded. Could it have been a common merganser? That red beak? I mean, that's pretty orange, but from afar, it could maybe be a red. Same thing with a red-breasted merganser. What about this one? Any of these look familiar to you, Katrina? Let me know. Okay. All right. Marcosianist, hello, 6,000 likes. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, everyone, for the likes. I have so much fun coming on lives here with you all. I might have to leave earlier than I usually do because my voice is like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Big, introverted, respectable, defective society. I mean, like, I personally don't describe myself as an introvert. I actually think that I'm an extrovert. But we are detectives in birds. Hello, Yekabeka. Welcome, love ducks. I too love ducks. I think they're awesome. What's your favorite duck? Put it in the comments. I want to know. Katrina saw all the birds, right? Right? Maybe it was a red beak, was a common merganser. Okay, Katrina, so you did see a merganser. What? Okay, so it wasn't the first bird that you saw. Maybe it was a common merganser. That's so exciting. I feel like it's so great that you get to have these sort of bird experiences. Woo, so fun. Oh my gosh. I love that for you. And then Stuart says my energy is very entertaining. I try my best, y'all. I try my best. I just love talking about it. Oh my God, same Orflax. Orflax says they use the belted kingfisher. He uses that belted kingfisher as their avatar in Wingspan. Yes, I am belted kingfisher ride or die. I love them so much. Katrina says belted kingfishers are a dream for me. I've heard of them across from where used to be the biggest spruce tree. Oh wow, that must be awesome, and so nice to just experience them. I think the third time I saw the belted kingfisher was actually in Seattle, and y'all, this is a different belted kingfisher story. I have a lot of belted kingfisher stories, but literally, I'm just like cruising, staring at some bush tit. Because why not? Cruising, looking at some bush tip, and I'm like, do, and I hear, that's their beak. They do a clacker. It's like no, it's like, it's like, oh, like that. And oh, y'all, the speed at which my legs took flight, couldn't even be described. I was like, gone. I was literally gone. Yeah, no one could find me. I was gone with the wind. It was so fun. No, and I ran. There was a running group beside me, and I just went from like stable, bush tit to like, woo, and I was running with that running group, and they were like, oh, she joined. No, they didn't say that, but like, I'm sure in their mind, they're like, why is this girl with binoculars running next to me, and she's not a part of this running group, and leave. See, that was funny. Where are the kingfishers in Chicago? Great question. So kingfishers are migratory. And so the best time to see them in Chicago is going to be in the spring. And then in the very, very, very late fall. So after all of the herons have left, that includes the green heron, the black crowned night heron, and the great blue heron. That is when the Baltic kingfishers will start showing up at ponds that the herons originally lived in. Because they eat such similar food, they literally will just wait until that group is gone, and then we'll be there for maybe 2 to 3 weeks. So the great example that I have of this is on the north side, because that's where I lived. So I would recommend going to, it's a pond called North Pond. You can also go to Diversey Harbor. You can go to any of the harbors. You can go to Fullerton Harbor. There might be some there. Again, late fall is going to be where you're going to want to go if fall, but then early spring is also going to be a good opportunity. And then it kind of continues all throughout spring until the black crowned night heron young start flying their way away. Because once the young black crowned night herons start flying, there's less food available for the Baltic kingfisher. And I also think they don't like competition. Well, of course, no bird likes competition, but the great blue herons, like, I don't give a shit. Whereas other birds are kind of like, I kind of do care. Yeah. So, great question. Katrina says it was in lower part of Washington. Ooh. Oh my gosh, all these experiences, Katrina. That's so cool. I'm glad you had a good day. And it seems like you're excited to see like all types of birds, which is something you should hold on to. And that's a really good trait. Stuart asks, your bird facts educated each other. You're pretty intelligent. Ooh. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. I struggle with compliments, so I had to do a movement to accept it. Because I want to accept the compliment, but also I need to feel it in order to. Does anyone else do that? Does anyone else? Am I alone in that? It might be a neurodivergent thing. Okay. Orflax asks what pizza I have. I have a pepperoni pizza with artichokes and black olives because that's the way I roll. If they had spicy sausage, that's what I would get instead, but they don't have spicy sausage, unfortunately. Or not the spicy sausage that I want. I don't want sausage that's spicy. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is calabrese, the sausage from Calabria that is literally like pepperoni, but it's spicy. It's really good. Katrina says, birds make me an extrovert. Ooh, you and me both. Well, I actually think I am an extrovert, but I think they make me extra extroverted. Like, I think I'm more willing to go up to people that I wouldn't be willing to go up to because maybe well, okay, so here's the thing. People guess that I'm much younger than what I am, like all of the time, which love it. Love that for me. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. But I think that with that comes a little bit of like, I don't know. I just find that like people who are older than me sometimes they are more inclined to think that like I will be less than kind. I don't know why. I think I don't give off like mean girl energy. But I think there are times when people assume that about me, but then I start talking, or then I start like, sometimes I just be walking and I'm like I'm just straight smiling, like so happy. And I think that can be off-putting to some people too, but like, I don't care. I'm happy. And yeah. Sounds delicious. Put some hot. Oh my gosh. The amount of money I would pay right now for hot honey. So good. Oh my God. I need to buy some. Thank you, Orflax, for that reminder. My favorite duck is the Harlequin duck. Wait, Mandarin duck. Ooh, I went to Seattle hoping to see a Mandarin duck. I did not end up seeing one. Hopes are still high though. We don't give up. Ooh, Chris, you said your favorite duck is the ruddy duck. Guess what, Chris? Guess what? I saw a ruddy duck, female, recently. Not a male, just a female. Not just a female. Who am I? What the heck? What was that? I saw a female and she was stunning, but okay, sometimes when I see a new bird, I have to like floor myself. And it's not a new bird to me, but like when I see it on a new like geographic, because I used to see them in Chicago. When I see them in a different area, I have to like literally grab myself. I'm like, oh my God, this is about to be an amazing experience. I like shovel my feet in the ground and I'm like, and then I just identify it and it feels really good and it's really fun. I try to trust myself. I'm working more on that. I used to, y'all, this is like kind of embarrassing. Probably 2 years ago, even maybe a year ago, maybe even before August, I would tell myself, you need 3 sources to confirm a bird. It's not enough for me to just look at it and be like, common merganser, red-breasted merganser, wood duck. I was like, I need 3 sources. So I would go to Merlin and I would do the photo ID. And then I would go to the sound ID if they were making a sound. Or I would go to the step-by-step ID. So those were my first 2 steps. My third step was opening up my book to confirm that that was the bird that I saw. And that is not a way to live. That is not having to double check with multiple sources and not trusting your eyes. Not a way to live. It's not fun. So yeah, I have since changed. I'm trying to get more like into just like trusting my eyes. It was an interesting challenge this morning when we saw the red-breasted sapsucker. Oh my gosh, what is it? Red-breasted? I think it's red-breasted sapsucker. When I was like, oh my gosh, I need to look in the pamphlet. And I stopped myself a few times. Okay. When you get done with the live suggestion, tea and honey, thank you so much. And black olives, yes. Ooh, okay. Or Flex says just a female. Yeah, that was my bad. I did try. I made an attempt to correct myself, but sometimes we make mistakes. I don't know. Sometimes I'll be saying the wrong things, and I just have to be okay with it. I think I'm becoming more and more okay with it and learning how to correct myself if I do make a mistake, or trust myself that I can correct myself when I make a mistake, because it's honestly more that I feel really bad when I make a mistake. Like I feel like I let people down and like I should know everything. But that's not the case. Thank you, Kamulo Nive. Yes, I need tea. And I know I won't. I'll try to have tea. I took my tea to my friend's house. So, because she needs it. So, Chris says, I haven't seen a ruddy duck in the wild, but there's some in the Lincoln Park Zoo. Yes, you're so right. Yeah, there are quite a few in the Lincoln Park Zoo. Are you from Chicago? Okay, Chris, I need to know, where are you living in Chicago? Because I have a few recommendations if you do. Yes, oh my gosh, thank you, Stuart. Hi, Pokechan, welcome in. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the story that I was telling about the belted kingfisher earlier. Look at my memory, y'all. For those of you that have been watching my lives for very long, I feel very proud of myself because back when, maybe about a month ago, why is my ear so red? I would forget what I was talking about. And I quite literally just did it. What was I talking about? Belted kingfisher. All right. Okay. Get this. All right. So I used to give tours at North Pond for the birds. And I would take people around, and there would be times where people wouldn't show up. And it was sad. Like, it would upset me a little bit because I would be like, I just wanted to like share the experience with birds. And I was still building this platform out. So I didn't have anyone to talk about birds with. So that was like kind of my opportunity at the time. Whatever, I digress. So the person didn't show up. And I was like, whatever, when people don't show up, I still take myself out. Like, I don't think it's doing a justice to myself to be like, oh, I'm gonna go home. I don't want to do that. I want to continue to experience the birds, even if the people were supposed to come. Hi, Great Dane Dad. Welcome back. So happy you're here. Thank you for joining. I'm going to do the dance. I'm not sick. I don't know what's going on. I have a throat itch. Jeopardy is still happening tomorrow night, y'all. 9 p.m. EST. Be sure to join. We're doing bird Jeopardy. Oh, no. That could have been very bad. I did a spin and my thing almost fell. Okay. We're doing bird Jeopardy tomorrow night, so be sure to join. But, okay, Belted Kingfisher. Basically, that is setting the stage of what happened. And so I take myself on a little stroll, right? I'm just like strolling, but I decided I'm going to record myself because I felt like it could be something new that I was doing, whatever. So I'm recording myself, and all of a sudden, like literally mid-recording, I'm like talking, I'm like, I hear that, I can't do it right now, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do it. That noise of the Belted Kingfisher. And my face, y'all, when I tell you my face, I was like, in the video, my jaw drops. You have to see the video. I posted it on my page. It's about the Kingfisher. Go way back. My jaw drops. And immediately, I was like, about the Kingfisher, about the Kingfisher, about the Kingfisher. I do that a lot when I first identify a bird. If you were on the live this morning, you saw it. You saw it happen. Okay. So I was like, about the Kingfisher, whatever. And then immediately, I like do the grounding thing where I like stomp my feet in the ground, and I just started running all the way down to the other side of the pond because I was like, I need to see this bird. This is my first time seeing the bird. This is one of my dream birds. And I just started running all the way across, and I ran. And then I stopped, and there it is on a tree. And y'all, not only did this bird perform for me, they dove down into the water and ate the fish. Oh my gosh. Katrina, I'm sorry. I think I missed your comment. I skipped over it. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So that's basically the story. Watch the video. It's on my page if you're curious, but it was pretty cool. Katrina asked if we could talk about bird flu. I got in an argument with old people on Facebook about it. Facebook is hard. Let's just acknowledge that. Facebook is hard. There are a lot of people who go on Facebook just to argue, Katrina. So if you are encountering that, one, I'm sorry that you found people who are ready to argue. There's no agreement. I have decided at a certain point I cannot argue with people about things anymore. And y'all have seen this come up on my page when people come in here and they say birds aren't real, or they ask like, I've never seen a baby pigeon. At this point, like I can't give my energy to it because they're committed to being wrong. They are completely committed to being wrong. And it doesn't matter how many facts I throw at them. It doesn't matter that I say that Home Depot has birds. It doesn't matter. What I mean by that, if y'all have never heard me say that, is that like literally, if someone is like, I don't know where the birds are. There aren't birds. There's no baby pigeons. Literally go to Home Depot. Easiest place. Go to Home Depot, look up. Boom. Problem solved. There's your baby birds. But like, I don't have the energy to argue with those people or to tell them that they're wrong because we know they're wrong. We know they're wrong. And they just want to be right in something because their whole life they've been wrong about everything. That's the truth. That's the poetic truth. I'm sorry you got caught in it, but that wasn't your question. You asked what bird flu was. So bird flu is basically I believe there are two different strains right now. There's an influenza that's like H1 and then there's a second one. But the way that, and I imagine the way that it came up in your conversation as well with the older people was that the older people, with the elderly, I don't know what we want to call them. It's up to you, Katrina. But the way that it comes up is often bird feeders can be breeding grounds for bird flu. So the request from Audubon societies is that if you see a bird that is sick or injured or is allowing humans to get too close to it or is on the ground, then the request is that they immediately take the feeders down. Now, of course, a lot of people have a problem with that because they get a lot of their joy, a lot of their happiness from seeing this bird feeder. They don't often, there can be native plants that we plant that also bring that similar amount of joy that don't bring about the problems that we see with bird feeders. The other thing is people often don't clean bird feeders to the cadence that they are supposed to. So if you are putting up a bird feeder, you need, especially during like a season of bird flu, if you're living in a state like California and Texas, especially, but this goes for all 50 states. And if you have specific questions for your area, reach out to your local Audubon Society because they'll be able to tell you specifically. And I always redirect you to them anyways. If you're thinking about putting up a bird feeder, instead of actually getting a bird feeder, get in contact with your local Audubon Society and ask them if there are local plants that you can put in your yard instead. I know they're considered weeds. We call them weeds because that's capitalism, because we have to get rid of something, but they're not weeds. They're plants that help the birds, and they will travel and they will drop those seeds from those plants for them to continue to grow and to help more birds get more sustenance. So if you can plant native plants, that's far better because that will help the avian flu outbreak. Anyways, what I was saying about feeders is you need to be cleaning your feeder every day. Every day. Every day. Some people say every day or every other day. I'm saying every day because right now, more than ever, it feels like we need to be very concerned about the health of our birds. And there's a lot going on, a lot of positive changes that are being made for the lives of birds, which is so amazing and so grateful. But we need to keep going. So just because we're hitting these like amazing milestones like Millennium, downtown Chicago, they just put up bird dots, which is great. And, big important changes are being made, but there are still changes that we can make in our own households and with the people in our lives. Unfortunately, there are people that are going to argue about it. I'm sorry, Katrina. Okay. All right. Orflax says there's no winning a Facebook argument with an older person. I feel like that's a fair assessment. We are on the same page, Orflax. Uh-oh. Okay. Hi, Rhett. Welcome in. Sorry, I just ate food and you asked a question. Hold on. Oh my gosh, my back hurts. Is that a sign of being sick? I have like general body pain. I feel like I need a massage. Ugh. Does anyone do like hip circles? Does anyone want to do exercise with me? Okay. All right. Birds hovering above the interstate. Yes, I would say that's a natural behavior. It does depend on the type of bird. If it's a vulture, that absolutely makes sense. That the question is, right, were they batting their wings? Because that will tell you the difference between a vulture versus a hawk. Hawks will also hover the interstate because they are looking for roadkill or an easy meal. And so they'll do little circles before they decide to come down. It is also mating season, I will say. So if you're seeing hawks hover in circles, but there are multiple different ones, that might be a mating ritual. So just like mating ritual, a mating ceremony, let's say. So just if you do see it, keep your eyes up and see what becomes of it. Because I'm sure you could see more. That would be really cool. Yeah, and then let us know what you see. I'm so curious. It's probably either food or mating related, I would say. Kai said, what is scientifically the best bird? I have no idea. I don't know how we're classifying scientifically the best bird. Is it based on like their abilities? I have no idea. I don't know. I could tell you my favorite bird, or like a bird that's like really smart. What do you think the scientifically best bird is? Stuart says some birds look for carrion by the road, usually raptors. Good answer, Stuart. Rhett says, hi. I thought that, but I've seen a different species doing this. Good point, Rhett. Hovering as in not moving, occasionally batting wings, crows, hawks, crows, blackbirds. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, they're looking for their next kill. If they're literally hovering, like literally not moving, they've got their eye on something. They've definitely got their eye on something, and they're going to fly down and they're going to take it if they can. The goal is to take it, right? Ooh, I love these comments, y'all. It's so interesting. Okay. Yeah, right. Keep an eye on them if they're doing that, because you might get to see them dive down and take some food. Be pretty cool. There are videos. There is in Europe. There is, I forget his name. I follow him, so check my follow list. But he posted a video of a Eurasian sparrowhawk, and the Eurasian sparrowhawk is literally not moving at all. Like it's literally just like looking down and like doing this. And they look like American kestrels if you've never seen one. But yeah, they're pretty cool. We have some guesses. Oh, thank you, Classy, for the gift. Thank you so much. Orflex told me that it's a sign of being old, the back pain. Thank you. Erg. You know what? I embrace being old and like growing old. Remember that joke? I'm not 30, but what was it? What did I say? It was like we were on live like a month ago, and I said that a lot of my friends were struggling with becoming 30. I said, I don't know why. I feel like we should all embrace just being 30. And then I proceeded to say, I'm not 30. And I got some comments for that one. It was fun. Okay, so we have guesses on the best scientific bird. The peregrine falcon has to be the best scientifically. They designed a whole stealth bomber around it. I did not know they designed a stealth bomber. That is pretty cool. Actually, I think you've told us that before, Orflex. I recall you mentioning that. That is pretty cool. Oh, y'all, I love remembering the things that have happened on these lives and the experiences that we've had together. Like, it is so much fun. We're literally building community. Oh, I love community. Katrina says, I think scientific would be raven or crow. I'm inclined to agree with all of you. They're all cool birds. Scientifically, I mean, how are we defining scientifically? Like, my struggle is always with definitions. I mean, if we're saying scientifically, my thought is, does that mean in terms of reproduction? Because if we're talking reproduction, I have to say the Canada goose has a pretty good argument on its hands. Those things are everywhere. They're literally everywhere. Like, where can you go that there's no Canada goose besides, like, in the United States? They're everywhere. So I would say they scientifically do, like, a pretty good job. Like, hats off to the Canadas. That was weird. Orflex says, we're lucky to be 30, but I'm not 30. That is what I said. That was so funny. Oh my gosh. Rhett says, cool. Yes. Oh, okay. Stuart says, TikTok has been giving me wonderful birds of clouds of blackbirds. Amazing to see. Stuart, let me define what it is that you're seeing, because I just posted a video about those birds. So if you want to see them outside of the murmurations that you're seeing, then you can check out my page, because I think it's 2 videos ago that I posted it. But basically, those clouds are murmurations. And murmurations are just these beautiful bird dances that are done in the sky. And fun fact, they're actually they're not coordinated. So birds aren't born like knowing how to build the murmuration. They literally just take signs from the 6 other birds in their periphery for them to make these beautiful waves. And y'all, it's a great metaphor to, someone pointed this out to me the other day. It's a great metaphor because if we learn to trust and build trust in at least, like, it doesn't have to be 6 people, but like those around us, the beautiful things that we can create together will really stun and enrich the lives of other people in the ways that our European starling murmurations have done for us. So isn't that pretty cool? I am young. Chris said I would say vultures because they can eat wherever. Ooh, that is a good point too. Vultures can eat whatever. That is true. And they do also tend to go in large groups. So that's pretty cool. Good call, Stuart. Is that Stuart? No, that was Chris. Thank you, Chris. Hummingbird, go birds. Yeah, go birds, go birds. We love birds here. Inspirational comment, right? Right? It's a very interesting concept. I'm actually starting to feel a little under the weather. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just got like really warm. Oof. Could be the light. I have no idea. I'm hoping I'm not sick. Y'all, tell me what to do if I'm sick. Okay. Katrina asked, aren't ravens the most intelligent? Okay, this is an interesting concept actually, because ornithologists go back and forth on defining intelligence in birds. So they're very reluctant to say that birds are actually intelligent. And so when we talk about intelligence, because intelligence is always taken from the frame of humans, when we're talking about birds, and so in the concept of like the bird world, excluding how we talk about intelligence in humans, yes, they would be considered the most intelligent. But I would just say yes. We're not scientists here. Let's just say yes. Yeah, they are. Great Dane Dad said starlings are good at mimicking. I think yes, you are correct. They are also excellent mimics or mimickers. Y'all know what I mean. So similar to blue jays, not terribly similar, but in the context of my content, because I talk about blue jays a lot, starlings are really, really good at mimicking different sounds. So often, like if you see starlings or European starlings, if you come to New York City, they will actually, some of them mimic the sounds of the street. So like buses or street lights, if there's like a ding, ding, ding. They also have a very electric call. They're really smart birds. Again, we're using smart, but whatever. We're not scientists here. Okay. Chris says, I think pigeons also have a case for most intelligent. You are so right, Chris. Pigeons also do have a case for most intelligent. They have a little nose bit that allows them to help detect changes in the magnetic field to guide their flight. Isn't that interesting? It's very interesting. Okay. Stuart says, my mother was very intelligent. I think more women are intelligent. Oops. Oh gosh. Okay. Y'all, I'm losing my voice more and more, and I don't think I could stay on for much longer. I have a tour to give tomorrow, but I will be back here tomorrow night for Jeopardy. We're going to be doing that at 9 p.m. EST, and we're going to be on probably for a while because I know how to leave Jeopardy now because I watched an episode. So I probably should have done that a little bit earlier. Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you for meeting me where I was at today. You know, my voice is a little down, and maybe I am getting a little iffy, but I'll be back tomorrow, and I can't wait to see you here. Again, that is 9 p.m. EST. We're doing Bird Jeopardy. Everyone and anyone can join at any point in time as we're playing. And yeah, I can't wait to see you there. We're going to have fun. Thank you, Great Dane Dad. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, everyone, for the Get Better. Thank you. It's been so fun to get on live with you all. And thank you, Chris, for the follow. I will see you all tomorrow night. Have a good Saturday night. Bye. Or Flux. I hope you wake up feeling better. I know, you and me both. I feel like I'll be getting better and better. It's just up from here. But I'm going to turn in. So I hope you have an awesome night. It was fun doing this on the side and then also chatting. I want to do Twitch and YouTube more and start building up those pages too and start doing some long form content. So we shall see. But maybe I'll stream tomorrow and we can you can be involved in my process of birds. Yes, I'll always be in these chats. Yay. Okay. Well, I had so much fun with you. My messages don't get censored. Yes. I also see your messages much quicker here for whatever reason. It's like boom, immediate. And why did the quality of the camera get so much better after I got off of that? What? Could that be Wi-Fi related? I have no idea. My messages don't get censored at all. All right, well, I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have an amazing night. Get some sleep, you and me both. Maybe. Yeah. Good night. Bye.